Are you in recruiting industry and are you trying to understand how your career growth could be from a recruiter or a lead recruiter, where exactly you can venture your career growth? So here is what I have explained. All right, I'm going to explain you clearly that what are the skills you require, what are the job responsibilities or duties that you need to exercise, and what is that been expected from you. All right, now let's understand. So here is a career growth in recruiting. So if we understand what are the career growth that you can go to the next level. So here, if you are working as a recruiter or recruiter lead, so the high possibility that you can look for recruiting manager or TA manager, bench sales manager if you are working in a bench sales side, or the next level could be business development manager, which is another way to associate in recruiting and make money, and another is account manager. Okay, so this is pretty easier for you to get in, and if you have interest in sales and business development, and this could be a better opportunity. So now I'm going to explain you for account manager, because if you know about recruiting manager and bench sales managers, that is more of overlooking the team and ensuring that they are giving the output and productivity that the company is expecting, right? You are primary as a mentor, leader, or a kind of watching your team and making them do what is been expected. Now coming to the account management, if you like to be an account manager, so now account manager is different from accounts manager. All right, if you want to call yourself accounts manager, it means that you are primarily on the financial side. All right, like a financial accounts department, that is like accounts, accounting. Now if we are talking about account manager, it means each client excuse me, each vendor is called an account for in USID staffing, and you are aware of it, right? So now let's move ahead and understand, if you want to venture yourself as a next level in account manager. So what an account manager does is, this person works with direct client or implementation partners or both, meaning if you are joining a company as an account manager, you do not have to take this with you. It is already there in that company. Maybe this is active, inactive, or partially active. So it is account manager's responsibility to coordinate with them and make them alive. Okay, so now where you are going to connect with these people, so you may be able to connect with them through MSP, VMS, and direct email. I'm meaning the company that you are going to work as an account manager, they might have the access to direct clients and implementation partners through MSPs, that is managed service providers, or VMS. You may have to interact through VMS, or there is no software or middle layer with the client, only you can directly deal with the contact person through direct email. Okay, now what is next? So if you are working with MSPs, meaning you are directly interacting with the client contacts, and you need to ensure that you as a team is able to deliver the output. Okay, now the primary target, the primary requirement for you as an account manager is to get requirement for your recruiting team. Got it? So now either you could be an account manager, business development manager, bench sales manager. End of the day, everything will boil down to recruiting team only, because this is only one team which will help your company to generate money by going to the field, finding candidates and placing them. And these people, they will go search for requirements and place candidates there. Okay, so now if you are working as an account manager, the primary responsibility for you is to get requirement. Meaning, how will you get requirement? Whether you will talk to your contacts here, you will connect with the people, or you are going to send email. Meaning, you are going to introduce yourself. You are going to introduce yourself, that introduce, then connect for requirements. Got it? So this would be your responsibility. Got it? What happened? You need to connect, introduce yourself, and get the requirement for recruiting managers or recruiting team. Now, as a account manager, you need to have an idea about how you are going to help your client. So now, why you have given these clients? Meaning, you have given this client to increase the revenue. Your duty is to increase the revenue. And how you are going to increase the revenue? By making more placements, right? So you yourself cannot make placement, but you need to make it happen through your recruiting team. So now you as an account manager, you need to understand here what sort of requirements that your team should work. This is your duty to analyze what sort of requirements that your team should work. Meaning, requirement with good rate, okay, could be like doable requirement, or could be like you have spoken to the client contact and got some info. Okay, so now you have to do these things. You need to understand these things. Okay, as an account manager, you have to understand that what kind of requirement should work with your team members. Okay, so once you understood a requirement is good, then you are going to share that with your talent acquisition team. Now if you have found a doable requirements, you are going to share that with your team. And if you have spoken with the client contact through MSP or VMS or direct email, you are going to share that requirement with your team recruiting manager. And now how you are going to add this is you might be working, okay, you might be working with a vendor management, applicant tracking system, ATS. So you have to enter these requirements to here, okay, applicant tracking system, where this has been used by your recruiting team. So now once you understood all these aspects, okay, what is a doable requirement, what are the requirements as good rates where you can make money, and the primary thing you have to do as an account manager is you should be talking to the client people first, because VMS, there might be hundreds of requirements that will be dumped in VMS. Meaning, if you open VMS and see, there will be hundreds of open jobs. So now you should not be downloading those requirements, or you should not be copying those requirements and sending that to your recruiting team. Because what happens sometimes, if you have no idea what is that going on behind the requirement, and you just send that requirement to your, to your recruiting team, what happens through ATS, and you'll send that, they will start working, they'll send you the resume, and they won't get any feedback. Now that will put their morale down. So if you want to have a strong relationship with your recruiting team, then what you have to do is you need to really work with the contacts to your accounting, whatever the accounts that you have, to ensure that you are giving a good requirements to your recruiting team. What is next? Once you got those resumes, okay, once you get the resumes, you need to screen it properly to ensure that you are giving a proper resume to your clients. Meaning, whatever the requirement resumes comes from recruiting team shouldn't have to be submitted. You should, if you are responsible for a client, then it is your sole responsibility to ensure that you are giving proper and right resume to the client. Okay, and that is where the relation is going to be built. So now you are a bridge between your recruiting team and the client. You have to be friendly with, so you are bridge between, you are bridge between client and recruiting team. So now if you are not good with your client, then you won't get requirement. If you are not good with your recruiting team, you may not get good resumes. Now you have a responsibility to work with your direct clients or implementation partners to generate revenue. So in order to do that, you need to have a very good communication skills. You need to have a team playing attitude to understand, okay, what your recruitment team's capabilities and what is that you're going to promise to your client and managers, your implementation partners, that what is that I can deliver. Okay, once you do that, you will be able to find out that your recruiting team is really helping you to reach your goals because you are understanding them. So that is the main thing in this industry, that you need to have a very good relation with your recruiting team at the same time with your client contacts. Okay, so now this is pretty brief. Okay, in next videos I will be elaborating more, but this would be enough for you to understand, okay, from where you can start. So now if you have worked on some sort of VMSs, let's say Beeline, Fieldglass, IQ Navigator, anything that sort, and you have done that data entry job, meaning pulling the jobs and sharing that with the team and uploading the resumes in there in the VMS, then you are somewhat doing the account management job. Okay, now from there you can transition to a hardcore account management role. That would be an added advantage. Now if you are working as a recruiter, always try to take more responsibility to work on VMSs so that it will give you an opportunity to go to the next level. Got it? And yes, and as an account manager, you have to take client calls and debrief it with your recruiting team. So in simply, what I want to say here is, you have to do everything to help your recruiting team to get a resume to help your client. Okay, simple as that. Now if we talk about business development manager, okay, let me minimize this. Now if we are talking about business development manager, what is that you would be, what is that your responsibility is? You should be, okay, you should be focusing on bringing new clients. Exactly, you should be focusing on bringing new clients. Oops, what happened to this? Okay, bringing new clients, meaning you should be bringing business to the company. And now to have that achievement, and that is where you're getting paid. Okay, why a company will hire you as a business development manager? Because you are going to develop their business, mean increase their business. So how you can do that? You could able to do that through, you can bring direct clients, you can bring implementation partners, or you can bring preferred vendors. Okay, you can bring preferred vendors or tier 1, okay, tier 1 vendors, whoever is working directly with the clients. So now it is your duty. So to have this, what are the skills that you require? Okay, skills, what are the skills you are required? You must have a very good communication skills. then you need to have very good client management skills, meaning so how you are going to handle your stakeholders, how you are going to talk to them and explain them that what is that you are capable of, okay, and your what are the skills that you have. You need to have a good negotiation. You have to have very good negotiation skills. Why? Because you are into business development. So if you do not know how to negotiate the money, negotiate the contract, negotiate anything per se, then you are in a loser end. So you could not able to get what exactly you could get. Okay, you need to have this negotiation skills, because if you give me 5 placements, then okay, we as a team could able to do this. Okay, or something like, okay, why you think that you should get the contract, or if you are making a full-time placement, then you might be speaking to them and negotiating with them that, okay, this could be the good money, and why you need this percentage, not that percentage, and that sort of. Okay, and when it comes to the skills, you need to have the experience of reading what legal documents, because you need to understand sometimes, okay, what exactly your client wants to sign on. Okay, then you need to have experience on writing proposals. Writing proposals, meaning it could be RFP, request for proposal. Okay, you could have to write for, you need to have experience with writing proposals, and you need to have a good experience in meeting their SLAs. Okay, standard level, this is agreements. Okay, their SLAs, whatever they want you to achieve. All right, so you need to understand the service level agreements, and you need to read the documents, and at the same time you should be collaborating with your recruiting team, because if you are not friendly with your recruiting team, it is very much difficult for you to achieve your goals, because those are the people who are going to help you to get where you want. Okay, so you now need to be very much humble and understand where exactly you could able to help them achieve their goals, so that you as a member can help the company make new business. So your role as a business development manager comes when you bring a new client to the company. Okay, you introduce that. Once you introduce that, your recruiting team is going to work on those requirements, and once you are able to place the candidates, okay, then there will be an agreement between your company and the client. So that could be called empanelment. You might have heard of, right? Empanelment. So you will be entered to their vendors list. Now from there, your account manager will take over, because that is one of the accounts that you brought to your company. Now that will go to your account manager, and that person will involve in interaction and talking to the client contacts and bringing more requirements and more business to the company. Okay, and at the same time, you need to have a skills of prospecting. Okay, prospecting, meaning from where are you going to get these clients? Your direct client, or maybe your MSP or VMS, or maybe third party, from where you are going to get these prospects. So you need to have a very good understanding of from where you can bring business. Okay, could be you may be able to find out some direct clients requirements on Dice, Monster, LinkedIn, other places. Then you need to talk to those people, those recruiters, and understanding their need, and you explaining them that you have a recruiting team and you want to help them, and now you connect with your recruiting team and give this requirement, and once you place, then you will get the empanelment there. Okay, that is one way of doing it. Then another way of doing things are, you have to network. Okay, you need to go to the events, you may have to visit to the business conferences, and that is where you can share your card and you can bring more business to the company. Okay, so this is what overall responsibilities in a very short manner for you to understand what you could be doing as a business development manager and what is that you should be doing as account manager. So now account manager's job is not to bring business to the company. Well, sometimes it happens, but that is not been expected. So now business development manager can be an account manager because that person brings business and works with the recruiting team and works as both account management role as well as business development role. Okay, so if we open this, this is what you need to have an understanding. I hope this mind map helped you and you able to understand, okay, what are the skills you are required and how you could be a good business development manager or account manager. All right, guys, so if you may have any questions or maybe if you want to share anything with me, put that in the comment box and let me know what is that you want me to know. All right, take care and God bless. This is Suman Pachigulla on a mission to impact 5 million lives through recruiters. Take care and God bless.